What's good, everyone? Welcome to episode 6 of the SCBBL show. Today we have Nashonda Hunter of the Charity Foundation and team. They're here to tell us all about their STEM program along with some other goodies for the community, so you don't want to miss it. Also, before we go into that episode, today I am wearing my shirt from the T-shirt campaign. This shirt was designed by none other than Anita Pringle, better known as Queen Cat. And if you are interested in supporting the campaign by purchasing a shirt, you will be able to find that information on our website and on our Facebook shop. So stay tuned. What's good, everyone? Welcome to season 2 of South Carolina by Black Locally, SCBBL show. What's good, everyone? Welcome to season 2 of South Carolina by Black Locally, SCBBL show. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the SCBBL show. Today I am sitting with the lovely Nashonda Hunter of the Charity Foundation.
Hi, Candace.
Hey, Nashonda, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm so happy to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Tell us about you first before we get into this Charity Foundation.
Okay, so my name is Nashonda Hunter. I am a Charleston native. I graduated from Hanahan, went to an HBCU, Livingstone College. I moved back to Charleston about 10 years ago and have now found my home as far as work at the Charity Foundation.
Wow. But before the Charity Foundation, what were you doing?
Oh, I did a little bit of everything. So I definitely found my way. So I was an undergrad psychology major.
Okay.
I worked in substance abuse counseling. I had an after-school program for kids with developmental disabilities.
Wow.
I went back to school and got my paralegal certificate from Duke University and was working as a paralegal prior to coming on board with the foundation.
Wow. So now that you've told us that, tell us about the foundation.
So the Charity Foundation is a nonprofit that serves the Liberty Hill community. It was founded in 1864 by freedmen Paul and Harriet Trescott and his wife. And basically it was a settlement for freedmen. In 1871, they sold it to 4 families as a settlement for freedmen. They later sold it, and many of those descendants still live there to this day. And Liberty Hill has just such a rich history in North Charleston. It's the oldest city, and not just because it's Black owned, but it is the oldest city in North Charleston. And we're basically trying to save it from gentrification. As you know, there's a lot of growth in the North Charleston area.
Of course.
And gentrification is knocking on the door from either side. There are a lot of heirs property issues, and that's what saved our community. But we're trying to make Liberty Hill a community of choice and not chance.
Wow. Do you have any ties to that community?
Absolutely. So I attend church at Charity Missionary Baptist Church, and which is where the Charity Foundation stems from.
Awesome. That's amazing. Especially to have the church in the community that's doing things.
Absolutely.
You know?
Because so often you hear like, oh, the churches, the pastors drive these big fancy cars and this, that, and the third. And I'm really thankful for our pastor, Reverend Nelson B. Rivers III. He has an amazing vision, and he's worked in civil rights for years. So he really does have a heart for the people, and it's reflected in that through the Charity Foundation.
Awesome. So does the Charity Foundation have any events coming up that you want to share with us?
Absolutely. So we have a community STEM day coming up on this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Felix Pinckney Community Center. And STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And part of that is we will be informing our community about what roles STEM play in different jobs in the area, and how parents can be involved and children can be involved, and really connecting the community with the opportunities that are out here.
Okay. Is there age specific that you're looking for the event?
Primarily middle and high school students, but everyone's welcome to attend.
Awesome. Is there anything else that's going on with the Charity Foundation that you wanted us to know about, or any way that you're looking for volunteers, or just any other information that you might want to share with everyone?
Absolutely. So our STEM piece serves North Charleston Elementary, Morningside Middle, and North Charleston High School. We're always looking for volunteers to come into the schools and assist with our students. We have a NESB Junior After School program that meets on the first Tuesday of every month at Felix Pinckney. We're always looking for volunteers. I am a firm believer that representation matters, and
Yes.
it just helps whenever we have somebody involved, you know, who comes in and says, you know, I care enough about you to come and spend some time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How can we follow the Charity Foundation?
So we are the Charity Foundation on Facebook, and we are tcf.libertyhill on Instagram.
Awesome. All right. So Nashonda, tell us more about your STEM programs.
Okay, so the STEM initiative is just one of the 4 things that the Charity Foundation offers. We have STEM education, affordable housing, workforce development, and financial literacy.
That's amazing.
But our STEM program is like my baby because I'm so happy, I'm so proud. We've come so far in 2 years. We actually are funded by Boeing, a grant from Boeing that actually services and allowed us to actually hire 3 team members.
Wow.
So today I have with me Cheryl Walden,
Hi, Cheryl.
who is our community support specialist. She is actually from the Liberty Hill community, and she actually is a key role as far as implementing new programs and services that we're bringing to the community, sharing about STEM and making sure that people understand and our community understands all the opportunities that are out there and how it relates to their children.
That's
and
so important.
It's very much so in this day and age. And then we also have Darwin Shorters, who comes to us as our STEM to career specialist. So he is the one who is instrumental in making sure that our children are connecting the dots with the key opportunities that are out here, especially in this high demand environment that North Charleston has right now for STEM related jobs. And Darwin makes sure that he facilitates making sure that our kids get placed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. And I don't hold back when something drops on me, so I'm just gonna put this out here. What you guys are doing is amazing, but what I feel we need to do is document how you got to this point, so that other communities, you can package this.
Absolutely.
And sell this, you know, like, hey, if you're interested in implementing a program like this in your church, sign up for this package deal. You know,
look at you got the brain rolling over there. But we do. So we thought about that. So our program is called Transformation Liberty Hill, and with the hopes and dreams that after we've completed a successful model, that we can share this with other communities, and it can be Transformation Seattle or Transformation Orangeburg.
Yep.
We definitely want to make sure that we have a successful project, you know, start to finish, and I feel like we need at least 4 years to make sure that we can have some measurable goals that we can say, hey, yes, this is exactly what it takes in order to make this work.
Awesome. That's all we care about.
That's right. Yeah. Exactly.
That it's successful and that it can be duplicated.
There you go.
Because there's so many communities that need, you know, programs like this for their kids and their adults. Like with the financial literacy and things like that. You know, our community suffers from all of those things.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that, you know, with those 4 initiatives, STEM, affordable housing, workforce, and financial literacy, we hit on the key areas that are needed in order to transform someone's life.
Right. Cheryl, Darwin, you guys want to say anything about the program, about your experience with it?
Well, like Nashonda said, I'm Cheryl Walden. I'm the STEM Community Engagement Specialist. And with my role, the responsibility is to engage with parents, the community, as well as industry partners.
Right.
But to make sure that the community is aware. Our first year, we spent almost the entire year just trying to raise awareness within the community, helping our parents understand what STEM is.
Yeah.
They oftentimes hear the acronym without understanding what STEM is. So we spend a lot of time focusing on getting them to understand the concept behind STEM education.
Right.
Also, we spent a good bit of our time getting them to understand the urgency.
Right.
Why now?
Yeah.
Why do we need to get our scholars participating in the programs now?
Yeah.
So the parents, they feel more comfortable now.
Awesome.
Even though we are still, you know, making strides, but they feel more comfortable because they feel a little bit more empowered.
Exactly. They have a better understanding and everything now. Yep, the importance of why my child needs to be in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because every day you're hearing on the radio about workforce programs and things, getting people ready for the workforce. We have this job coming that's going to need 400 workers, but we don't have skilled people to do the work.
Exactly.
So yeah, this is very like on time. So thank you guys for putting this together.
Thank you for that.
Awesome. Darwin, you want to say anything?
Sure. Again, my name's Darwin Shorters, and I'm the STEM to Career Specialist. And like Cheryl said, a lot of people know what the acronym means, but they really don't know what STEM means in terms of education for their children or how it looks in the workplace. And so it's very important that we get them to understand that, the community to understand that, really it's an approach to life, and it's an approach to problem solving and the way you go about doing things. And so we try to stem up everything, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you're trying to, any problem that needs to be solved can use the principles from those 4 disciplines. And so again, STEM to careers, I'm responsible for not only looking in the classroom and seeing some of the core competencies that students are building throughout the curriculum, but also to attach those competencies to the workforce and to make sure that we build the business professionals that we would like our children to be.
Right.
I came from industry. I was a programmer analyst for 9 years before I got into education, and so I cut that career short early. Entered education because I wanted to be what I needed when I was in school. And
Awesome.
so, talked about representation a little bit earlier, but there's also some other things that play into it. Bias, right?
Yep.
So teachers believing in our students and their ability to perform. Also a stereotype threat. Right?
Yeah.
So, I'm into this particular field or this discipline, but none of my friends are.
Right.
Right. And so making sure that we know that this is for us. STEM is for us.
Yep.
And we will thrive in it. And so, in this Charleston area, there are tons and tons of resources, tons and tons of opportunity, and it's time for our students to start realizing the dream also.
Exactly.
Yes.
A lot of companies put money into STEM programs, STEM events. There's so many STEM events that a lot of companies put money behind that. So that it's something that they believe in,
Right.
So I'm
And
glad.
And again, it's about these competencies that the students learn through this this paradigm shift, this pivot in instruction. And so those competencies are really transferable to a bunch of different careers. And so that's why there's such a push, because no longer is the employee a singular, right? They don't want the singular skill set. They want this broad, robust, wide range of skill sets. And so a student or a child that has been through a comprehensive and robust STEM curriculum can attack pretty much any problem
Yes.
and offer some type of solution.
Yeah, because I went to school for engineering, so I know that when people hire you, they already know that your ability or capacity to do different things is there. Like I can hire you for anything because you're going to apply those engineering principles to it.
Exactly.
You still have some sticklers who try to be pricks or whatever about you don't have this one thing on your resume, so I'm not going to hire you. But for the most part, they know that when you have a certain background, you can use that background to apply it to anything. So
And it's becoming a more credential-less society where
it's more specific to skills.
Right. If you can prove to me that you can do what you say you can do, and that's what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
Experience.
So I told my parents I'm not going back to school for anything else. I'm just going to get certificates.
Yeah.
There you go.
Exactly.
Because that's pretty much the way it's going.
And that's less expensive.
Exactly.
Definitely.
And less time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is there anything else that you guys want to share with everyone about the program or any of your initiatives or any of that stuff?
But one thing I did want to mention, the community day. Did we? Okay. Coming up on April the 6th at 11 o'clock at the Felix Pinckney Community Center, we will have our second annual Community STEM Day, and we're calling it the Liberty Hill Community STEM Day.
Awesome.
In year one, like I said, our focus was awareness. Now that we're in year two, we are revving up, getting our parents in a position where the students will participate.
Nice.
Like Darwin said, there's a wealth of opportunity, and we want to see our students in that number. So On Saturday, there will be industry partners there
Okay.
that parents could engage with,
Mhm.
networks that they could connect to,
Mhm.
so they will know where these STEM opportunities are.
Awesome.
As you mentioned, a lot of the local industry partners, they sponsor STEM programs.
Right.
And parents need to know where those opportunities are.
Yes.
And we feel like we're finally at a place where, we didn't talk about this, but we had a bit of a challenge just with our parents.
Right.
There's not only an expectation gap with teachers, but our parents, many of them have been conditioned to believe that STEM wasn't for their child.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at a place now where parents, they're thinking, well, STEM is for my child.
Right.
Where do I start?
Right.
So that's where we are. And Saturday, we would like to invite everyone to come out and join us.
Yep.
It'll be a day of STEM-spiration.
Nice. I like that.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, guys. Remind them one more time how to follow the STEM program and the Charity Foundation.
So we are the Charity Foundation on Facebook and tcf.libertyhill on Instagram.
Awesome.
And
it's
thank you for having us.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for having us.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It's a pleasure.
Awesome. And it's your girl Candace signing off with South Carolina Buy Black Locally. We'll see you next time.